Hello, and namaskar. My name is Krishna Pankaj Naram, and you are welcome today for a very special, extremely powerful Facebook Live with Ayushakti. The topic is something that is plaguing the earth today. It is breast cancer awareness. Today, in the next couple of minutes, you will discover from my mother, Dr. Smita Pankaj Naram, some certain special proven methods of how you can discover early diagnosis of breast cancer sitting even at home. And second, what are natural, safest, and the most human ways possible to help your vitality, body, mind, emotions, immunity, and health if you are suffering from breast cancer. So, with lots of love, lots of enthusiasm, I want to welcome my most amazing, wonderful mother, Dr. Smita Pankaj Naram.
Namaskar, Krishna. I'm so happy that you are there today with us. It's wonderful that you are here. Um, it's really wonderful that you are here. And this topic, my dear friends, is something that, when it comes to breast cancer, every woman is afraid. It's something that we really feel fearful. But trust me, if you do the early diagnosis and if you do the right actions, you can actually handle it successfully, you can live long, and you can even prevent it from coming back or relapse. This is what is possible if you take the right actions. So today we will be first talking to you about how you can do self diagnosis, because every woman after 40-45 years of age regularly must check their breast to do the diagnosis and see if there are any early signs. Early enough, if you diagnose, you can actually prevent this whole thing from spreading to other places, and you can take the right actions. So few signs are very common, like for example, inverted nipples or lumpy breast or lumps in the breast. But of course, I mean, sometimes the lumps are benign, or all of them are tumors, but sometimes they are benign, sometimes cancerous. So biopsy can find it out what is it. Then uh, redness or inflammation around the nipple area, bloody discharge from the nipple, or painful nipples. There are such different signs that you can actually check. This is how you can do the self checkup actually. So for the self checkup, uh, this is I have shown you, raise your hands up, look in the mirror, and visual inspection. First, you should do, then arms in different position. You should check it up so that you will not miss anything. And then with your three fingers like this, you will press all over the breast to really check if there is any wedge pattern, like something irregular, or you feel some lumps inside, or vertical stripe pattern is there, or you can also check it through the anti-clock and clock position with the three fingers again pressing everywhere. So this is how you should check it up to do this, to find if there are any early signs. If you feel anything is there, just do the mammography, see the doctor, and get yourself diagnosed.
Wow, amazing. Mommy, thank you so much. This is really helpful. Now, these are certain special things you can do at your home. And coming next, my father, Dr. Pankaj Naram, he was known as the master healer all over the world. And there's one lady who came to Papa. And when Mummy and Papa worked together, I think that time also she came. When Papa was once traveling alone in somewhere in the world, that time also she came many times. And this is her video. I believe we are very lucky today that we are having this video, because this video can inspire anybody you love who may be suffering, if you are there, or if you have a concern, a fear for the future, that what happens if you get it. This is a message of hope for you. I feel you will enjoy this, you will have inspiration and hope, and see you again in 2 minutes when this video ends.
A motivational speaker, and T. Harv Eker, and he brought Dr. Naram in for a lecture. So I met him in 2004. At that time, he didn't come to Vancouver. He went to Seattle. So I drove all the way to Seattle to have a consultation with him then. In 2013, I felt a lump in my breast. So I went to I didn't even have a doctor, but I went to a walk-in clinic or whatever, and he sent me to see a doctor at I don't know, a new hospital in Surrey or whatever, right? So I go there, and within minutes, the doctor just looks at me and he goes, "So you have the most aggressive breast cancer there is, mastectomy, radiation, chemotherapy," right? And I'm like, "Don't you want to do a biopsy?" Like, right? Like, look at me, and that's what whatever, right? So I asked him about any alternative medicine, and he was like, "You can do whatever you want, but it's not going to work." So I was like, "Okay, fine." So then I went for the biopsy, and then a few days later, whatever, I got the results, and it's breast cancer, whatever, right? And they want to do mastectomy, radiation, chemo, whatever, right? So I said, "Well, I'll get back to you," right? Because I knew Dr. Naram was coming, right? So I went and saw Dr. Naram and took his products, and within, 6 months, for sure the year, my cancer was gone. And I've been seeing him for the last, every 6 months for the last 4 years, and no surgery, no chemo, no radiation, and I'm doing good.
So that's what can if somebody is doing radiation, chemo, or surgery, Ayurveda can help to reduce the impact of this severe kind of treatments. It can also help uh, through building your own immune system so that the relapse is not happening again. And that's the Ayushakti's approach. That is the approach that me and Dr. Naram followed for years and years. You can get support while chemo or through the immune system and through your own process. So basically, very quickly, I want to let you know what is it that's written in our scriptures about cancer. So cancer is considered as arbudh. Arbudh means cancerous growth, and 5,000 years ago it was mentioned in ancient scriptures that when you are a little child, when you are young and you are growing, there is this natural, what we call as kapha dosha, which is very important for growth of a baby. And this kapha, which is like in the form of growth hormone, is really active till age 20 or 21. And then your own immune system, which we call it ojas, actually controls this activity naturally. And then pitta is predominant, and slowly when you grow up, vata is predominant. So at some point, because of huge amount of toxicity, blockages in our system, the immune system, which was very effective, suddenly is not able to control this growth factor anymore, and it becomes active again and start multiplying abruptly, localize certain tissues, and that's how the cancer is produced. And the Ayurveda says that the focus should be to increase Agni, so that abnormal distribution of nutrient is not happening. So one particular thing is not nourished all the time. Balance all the three dosha, especially reduce kapha dosha, and make sure your immune system is so powerful that it is again back to its original work efficiency, and it can control now the growth factor again. And then of course, if some people chooses to go natural way, then we give a specific formula to control the growth. So that's how Ayurveda is working.
Amazing and interesting. Mummy, thank you so much. Now, what you have seen until now is just the beginning. Because today, joining us is a wonderful doctor, knowledgeable doctor with powerful insights and good experience of more than 8 years traveling all over the world, including places like United States and in India, having a good, successful practice with Ayushakti. With her heart, she will share with us more insights and wisdom. I invite, with lots of warm and open heart, Dr. Priyanka. Namaskar, namaskar. Welcome, Dr. Priyanka.
Namaste, Krishna. Thank you. And I would like to share my personal history with one of my patients who visited me at my Camps Corner clinic in December 2017. And she came to my clinic and told me that, doctor, something is wrong with me. Something, just check my pulse and let me know what I should do. And when I checked her pulse, I found out that there was a lot of ama, inflammation in her nadi, a lot of water retention. Her immune system was quite weak. It was not functioning appropriately, and a very low energy levels. When I described her pulse condition, her nadi analysis, she told me that she had a history of breast carcinoma 1 year back, and she had already completed her chemotherapy. But her onco physician has advised her to lifestyle modifications. That she had a very bad lifestyle. She was under severe stress and anxiety with, you know, uh, almost no physical exercises, eating tinned, canned foods, processed foods. So the doctor advised her to just prevent the relapse of breast carcinoma. She should uh, undergo a lifestyle modifications. She told me that she really want to. It's there in her head. She want to do all the lifestyle modifications, but somehow because of this extreme fatigue, she is not able to follow this whatever the doctor has advised her. So can I help her? She told me, doctor, please help me. I want to follow all those things. I want to exercise. I want to eat good. I don't want to stress myself. I want to do yoga pranayam daily. Somehow I am not able to do it. I said, okay, Ayush Shakti will definitely help you in this. And I enrolled her in a detox program, which is a 1 month program for her, which includes our various therapies like dry potli, paste massages, virechan, basti. So she underwent all this purification process, panchkarma procedures in our clinic for 1 month. Along with this, I had put her on mung and mung bean diet with vegetables, no carbs at all. The only carbs which she was allowed to eat was rice at few like 30% in her diet. No sugar, nothing. She was only on mung bean, vegetables, and some home remedies which we will be sharing. Uh, so for after 1 month of complete detoxification, she met me again in my clinic and she said, "Oh, doctor, just check my pulse again and see what are the changes now." So when I checked her, it was that the ama was almost 80% less, and there was a full of energy, and I was like going to describe more. She said, no, I just don't snatch away my excitement. I'm waiting, I'm preparing to share my experience. And she shared a wonderful experience. She said that symptomatically I have lost around 8 to 9 kg weight. I'm more energetic. My skin has become more lustrous because of the chemo and all. She had shown a pigmentation on her face and all. But after this treatment, there were a very good signs physically, but in emotional and spiritual level also. She said that, oh, I've been visiting all my counselors and for removing my stress and anxiety, but nothing helped. But this detox has, helped me to think more. There is more clarity in my thoughts. My energy level is increased. So that is what she was like. How did detox help me in my emotional and the spiritual level? So it is that Ayurveda, which has said 5,000 years back that the health is not only on the physical level, it is also on an emotional and spiritual level. And this story of her inspired that healing should not be only on the physical level, but also on the emotional and the spiritual level. And since it has been 3 years now, she's visiting her doctor periodically. She's getting all her tests done. There are no signs of any new growth or any new formation. Also, her energy levels are super. She has maintained the same weight which she was 3 years back. So, what we infer from this that there are no there is no particular signs or a particular uh, telling that there is any uh, definite treatment for breast carcinoma, but yes, timely intervention, timely approach to our health definitely helps in keeping breast cancer at bay. And if you already had a history of breast cancer, the relapse can be definitely controlled. You can avoid it being relapsed by controlling your food habits, by stopping the ama formation. So next, I prescribed her some powerful diet also, which I would like to share with you all. This diet should be incorporated by anyone who has a family history and people who have already had a breast carcinoma and they just want to avoid the relapse. So number one, you have to avoid red meat completely from your diet. Number two is no dairy products. Number three, gluten, which is present in wheat and refined flour, should be avoided. No sugar, no processed foods or no bakery products which has loads of sugar in it. No cold drinks, no refrigerated foodstuffs, no tinned, processed and canned foods. Because if we are having these gluten foods like wheat and all, they produce lot of ama in our body and inflammation, and that can lead to cancerous cells. We should include this powerful diet, which is very essential. Number one, you should try to include more cruciferous vegetables like kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, because they have those factors which are anti-estrogenic in nature and they have proved very helpful. Also, try to include more fruits and vegetables. Then, if it is a high protein diet, try to have more of mung and mung beans. If possible, if you want to have fish in the diet, have a high fat fish like salmon, tuna, which have good amount of omega-3 fatty acids also. Um, Next part was the yoga or the lifestyle approach. Along with the diet, lifestyle approach also plays a very integral part if we have to manage uh, breast cancer. So here are certain poses which I've mentioned. Gomukhasan or cow face pose. It's this movement strengthens your back muscles. Also, it opens up your chest, ribs, lungs, and upper back. It stimulates lymphatic drainage on breast and can also reduce scar tissues. Dhanurasan or bow pose again helps to decreases the hip pain and increases spine mobility. Anulom Vilom and Pranayam have shown magnificent results in many patients who have been recuperating from breast cancer because it calms our mind, it increases the flow of oxygen to our brains, stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which signals our body to relax. So, Anulom Vilom, Pranayam, Kapal Bhati, they have helped patients as far as stress, anxiety, and depression is related. Now, with these two powerful tools already being said, that is diet and lifestyle, the third important tool which we help our patients with are some herbs, which I would like to mention. These herbs have shown magnificent results in most of our patients. First is the Pratishakti or immuno. It has those herbs which are immunomodulatory in nature. They improve your immune system. They tell our cells, it basically improves the functioning of the cells. Granthi har has some ingredients like kanchnar, which helps to break down the excess fat or excess kapha from the system. And Ayushakti Immuno has certain ingredients like tulsi, guduchi, which again boost our immunity. So combination of these three definitely has helped many of our patients in preventing the relapse from breast cancer.
Yeah, Dr. Priyanka, I just got reminded of a very interesting story of a patient who met me and Dr. Pankaj Naram both actually in 1995 in Rome. That time we just started our work in Italy, and now, of course, Ayushakti is spread all over the world. It has, we have Western doctors who are connected with us and practicing Ayurveda in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, US, and Canada. And of course, India. We have so many clinics. But this was the time when we just started and we were just going to Germany and Italy. So we were not traveling a lot. And this person came to see us from Switzerland. She was a very, very respectable person from Switzerland. She was a magistrate and she came to see us there. It was quite interesting to hear her story. She had first cancer, which the doctor said was very aggressive. They removed it, gave her radiation at that time. And then after 1.5 years, it came back again. Again, it was removed, same procedure. It came back in just 2 years, and she was only like 38 or 40 years of age. So, third time when it came back, the doctors removed it. And I remember it came back in a very small lump actually. So, she just straight away came to see us. And we started all of these things, Granthihar, Pratishakti, Immuno, everything, along with the detox that you just described and a very, very strict diet. The juices that you described, I told her to take it for whole of her life. For whole of her life, I said. I told her to stop completely this sugar, gluten, and fermented food and red meat. Completely consider them as poison, completely, and stop it for whole of her life. She followed religiously. In a year and a half, I think the little tumor, which was just 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter size, and she just came immediately. So that was lucky. If it was too big, it was would be difficult. So it just went away in 1.5 years, and then she kept coming to see us with such a great faith and commitment every 1.5 years to our hospitals. She came to Mumbai hospital, then went to Goa. She also went to Germany. We have 3 hospitals in different parts of the world. So she went in different places, but whatever was convenient to her, she actually came, and she did 3 weeks of detox every 1.5 years, followed the juices, followed the diet and the herbal formulas, and she was completely safe for 25 years. She lived. It was such a great story and very inspiring story of someone who really controlled that with full commitment and a strict discipline. And of course, I mean, it's always a pride to work in Germany, in a big hospital in Germany. So, this is one home remedy that I would like to share. besides the diet and the herbal formulas that you shared already. So the home remedy is actually with this juice which we I was talking to you about. This juice, this Swiss person took it for every day, 3 times a day, and everybody who does it, they are really safe. So carrot, beetroot, pomegranate, if you can find this Indian vegetable snake gourd, it is the best because it has a lot of actives which are, as per hundreds of published reports, they can control the genetic factor involved in the breast cancer. Because sometimes it's genetic factors, sometimes hormonal imbalance, sometimes taking some HRT for long time can create this side effect, or there are different reasons. So I've planned everything which can control and take care of every region. So broccoli, cabbage, fresh turmeric. So mix all of them together and extract the juice. Okay, fresh turmeric, each time you can take 1 inch or 2 inch size maximum, and rest approximately so that equal, everything is equal. Make a juice, a glass, and drink this kind of juice at least 2 to 3 times a day. This will really protect you for whole of your life. Keep doing it without fail. It helps. This story which I said to you is not just one, but Ayushakti has like hundreds of such files where for years and years people could prevent and they could live very long time.
Yes, surely, ma'am, we have really helped many people in improving their health. So, if you have any questions pertaining to this, you can type in the chat box below, and we are ready. Will be happy to help you. Plus, we have a team of Ayushakti doctors who are always ready to help you. So you can approach our clinics, and there is a number also mentioned in the screen where you can contact and get appointments. So if there are any questions, we can take questions
There
now.
was a question actually. There was a question, Dr. Priyanka. Huh.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, and anybody can actually put any questions. So you don't have to just push the question related to this topic, because we are here to help you all. My purpose of life is to help humanity create vibrant health and abundant energy and blissful mind. So there is a question from Indra Kaur who says help psoriatic arthritis, fibromyalgia, and chondrocritis and perimenopause. Yes, Indra, thank you for sending this question. This is really a multiple complication. So I would recommend that you should consult Ayushakti doctors, but I will just give one home remedy which might give you slight relief. So this home remedy is containing of 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a quarter teaspoonful of black pepper powder, half a teaspoonful of ginger powder, ajwain quarter teaspoonful, and if you can tolerate, because you have for example psoriasis is a heat condition, so some people can react with the garlic, but arthritis and fibromyalgia again needs garlic. So if you can tolerate, just add quarter teaspoon of garlic and a teaspoonful of coriander powder. This recording will be uploaded again, so you can watch it again. If you missed writing anything from what I am saying, you can mix all of this together and add a teaspoonful of ghee and mix it and just take it 2 or 3 times a day. Take it 2 or 3 times a day. You will feel some relief, definitely. But such a chronic situation, I think from my experience, I would recommend that you connect with our doctors so that you have a customized diagnosis done and a customized diet plan, home remedy, and herbal formulation plan. And Ayurved is working from the root cause. removes the situation from the root cause. So that is how slowly you can come out of it.
Yes, ma'am. Surely, I think yeah, Indra ji must be satisfied with the answer. There's another question. Are painful lumps in the chest dangerous or it's normal?
So, painful lump in the chest is actually, if it is painful, it doesn't mean there is cancer. It can be also benign. So it is always better to do mammogram and possibly meet the doctor, and as per his suggestion, possibly do the biopsy instead of jumping into conclusion, because benign tumors normally never convert into cancers. That is what statistically published in hundreds of reports worldwide.
Right, ma'am. There's one more question which we can take. How do I know if I have a breast cancer? So the answer is, ma'am, I've already explained that the self-examination is very important. If you are above age of 40 years, please examine your breast periodically. It's always better to visit a gynecologist, and if you are unable to do, and if you are not able to, figure out, it's in yearly checkup with the gynecologist is also advisable. If you find any doubt, get a mammogram or a biopsy done as advised by the doctor.
Yeah. I just saw there was one question on Crohn's disease as well. So, hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, you are getting
Yes,
fine.
yeah.
So there was a question somebody has written. I'm very happy people are asking questions from different topics. Crohn's disease is something that is very chronic, and we have treated it with great success. In fact, even gluten allergy slowly can go away according to the blood reports after 1 year to 2 years of following everything. So it will be difficult to give a home remedy because uh, it has Crohn's has always multiple symptoms. Sometimes there is always loose stool, sometimes complete constipation, or sometimes the bloated feeling and a lot of aches and pains in the stomach. So depending on what kind of symptoms are there, you should do the home remedy or herbal formulas. Normally from Ayushakti, if you do formula mixture of Toxigo and D-Viro for a long time, I have seen that there is a very good result in Crohn's disease. If there is constipation, Amrutadi is extremely effective to have a normal bowel movement. Stopping gluten, dairy, and sour fermented food, red meat is something which is very fundamental. Sometimes even fructose should be completely stopped, but basically gluten, of course, has to be completely stopped for long period of time. That's what I would recommend for Crohn's disease. There are a lot of people treated. You can always consult our doctors.
Yes, ma'am. Surely that would have been very helpful. The home remedy is truly a very powerful tool here. There's one more question from Pallavi. She's asking, can we help with some home remedies or anything to relieve hormonal changes?
Yeah, we have done a lot of lives on hormonal imbalance in the past related with PCOS and several other things. So you can definitely watch it. But the home remedy, I would recommend 1 teaspoon of cumin seed powder, 1 teaspoon of fennel seed, yani ki soft powder, then a quarter teaspoon of ajwain seed powder, a pinch of hing or asafoetida, what we call it, and half a teaspoon of black salt. This you can combine together in half a glass of water and drink it 2 or 3 times a day. So that's kind of something that helps with all kinds of hormonal imbalance, whether menopausal or after delivery or PCOS or anything. It's in general balancing, and you can take it very safely because it doesn't have any chemicals in it. It's all natural from your kitchen. but the beauty is that it will help your own body to do produce the right hormones that you need to have, and reduce the wrong hormones which are overly produced.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Here we have tried to help you and educate you about the breast cancer and how to take care of it. We Ayushakti and our team of Ayushakti doctors are always ready to help you. These are the numbers which we have shared on the screen. If you have any query or if you have any health related condition wherein you want our guidance, we are ready to help you. Please go through this and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you.